Today we're making tropical place cards. This is from an SVG file that we sell on our Etsy store called Alicorn Studio. And you can purchase this SVG file and then use it to cut the pieces you will need on your Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machine. I've cut out all of the pieces here. The file makes 4 place cards. And there are 4 different designs, so then you can repeat those in the file as many as you need and cut as many as you need. I'm going to show you how to make the 4 different designs now, and you can just follow along. So first off, these are the actual place cards, the 4 pieces like this. They're going to fold right along there and right along there. There's no score lines because these are such short little areas that you don't really need it. The place card folds in half very easily. So the flowers and the leaves will go here, and the name can be written over here. So I'm just going to fold all 4 of these. I'm actually going to stack them like this just to keep them nice and tidy in my work area. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is add these leaves. There is 1 of these for each. It doesn't really matter which goes on which card, but I like to give these leaves a little bit of texture. So this first one here, we're going to fold up the little individual leaves. And then you're going to take your fingers like this, and you're going to give it a little curl on each leaf. And then do the other side. And then this little tab here, you're going to fold in both sides of it, like so. Now we're going to take our first place card, and we're going to, I like to put these leaves on the far side. Push it in, and then expand the tab. And then you can give on the tab, on the back side, just a little dot of glue to hold that in place. Then we're going to go to the next one. This leaf I like to fold down the middle. You can kind of press your nail at the point and then pinch it. And then just round it outward a little on the outside of the leaf edges. Fold the tab in, stick it on the far side of the next place card. Open it up in the back, like that. And give it just a little dot of glue to hold it in place. Going to our next leaf. This one I just like to curl it outward a little on the leaf ends. Leave it pretty flat in the middle. You can get creative with how you curl these leaves. You don't have to do them the same way I'm doing them. Fold the tab in. Insert it into the far side of the place card. Open up the tab. Give it a little dot of glue. And push it down on the back of that. And then last, we're going to take this one. Now this one is kind of a fun look. I like to do a bunch of creases. You could do all kinds of different things with this, but I'm going to start at one of the points and push my nail Then I'm going to pinch fold it. And I like it to go all the way to the back of the leaf here. Then I'm going to do the next one. If you prefer, you can just leave this one flat too. I know it can be a lot of work folding all these little points. This is really an art project, so it's up to your own taste and what you like, how you like it. You can fold it more, you can fold it less. It's really up to you. I should point out too that on the actual place cards themselves, the holes are in slightly different places on each one. It really doesn't matter which leaf goes into which card. I just like to put the green one that matches the card on the far side, but it really doesn't matter which leaf goes onto which card. You're just kind of going to mix and match these as you please. So if, say, you're cutting a whole bunch of these, you know, you could do them kind of different on each one. It doesn't have to be the same leaf on the same place card every time. Okay, so I've got that all folded. Now I'm going to fold in these corners. I'm going to put it in the last place card, flip it over, open it up, and just add a dab of glue on that tab. So I have my 4 place cards. Now I'm going to add the vine leaves. These I like to give a little pinch to each leaf by pushing a nail right at the point and then just pinching it. Now again, there are 8 different styles of leaves and vines, but it really doesn't matter which one goes on which card. We're just going to fill in the additional 2 holes that we have on each card with these. We're going to put one here. And on the back side, we'll add a dab of glue just to hold it in place. Fold these leaves. Insert this into the last hole that we have left there. And add a little dab of glue. Now we do want to make sure that these stay kind of out of the way of where we're going to write the name. So I'm going to curl this little vine just so it kind of goes upward. There's that one. We're going to grab the next vine, folding those in, giving a little crease at the end of the leaf, just bending it in a bit for some texture. Attach it to our next one. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of these in before I start before I start gluing. Then I'm going to flip it over to this side. Open those tabs up. Give them just 2 little dabs of glue to hold them in place. And our second one is ready. Four of these left. I'm going to go ahead and bend all the leaves at once. Okay, now that I have those all folded, just going to put these in. I do want to kind of keep these, you know, so we'll still be able to see the name here. So this one I'm going to angle a little bit and then put the glue on it. I want to kind of keep these out of the way of the name tag, so I'm going to curl this one, and I'm going to curl this one upward, just to keep that name clear. The ones that hit the table you can bend up a little too, so it will kind of look like it's growing out over the table. Now we're going to put the flowers together and attach them. So first we're going to start with this one. This one is supposed to be a hibiscus flower. We're going to bend each of these up in the center. Give the leaf a few bends in the middle. I like to kind of use my nail to crease it. If you ever look at the petals on a hibiscus flower, they kind of have a little bit of a like a lined texture to them. So I feel like it gives it a slightly more realistic feel. And then I like to curl out this very outer edge. I also like to, right here in the center, just bump it in just a little, with a little tiny fold. Just kind of little folds like that. The centerpiece, we're going to put a dot of glue right in the middle. We're going to adhere this right in the center, right there. going to let that dry for a minute. And then we're going to take these, we're going to bend them all upward. And I want you then to very lightly, without tearing anything, twist. You're going to twist those together until you get to the top, and then we want to fan these little fronds out kind of in every direction. Then right around the base here, I want to just add a few little dots of glue, kind of all the way around. And then I'm going to push these petals in. How I had folded them, I'm just going to kind of push them in. So they hug that, I believe this part is called the stamen. Just kind of hug that, just like that. Very cute little hibiscus flower. And now we're going to put a dot of glue on the back, right in the middle. And we're going to pick one of these cards, doesn't matter which one, and put it right in the center of that circle. There we go. Now this one's ready to get a name written on it. You can do that by hand, or if you have a Cricut machine that can use a pen and write, you can actually put those names in on the machine and then actually have it write the names on it when you cut them out. The next flower we're going to do is the orchid. We're going to start with this back piece. Right in the center there, in that dot, I'm going to put a little dot of glue. Then this part in the middle is going to line up with that dot. Put that right there. And then we're going to put another dot on top of that in the middle. And where there's kind of a circle in the center of this, I'm going to stick that right there. Now to fold this, these very outer petals on each side, I want to roll their edges outward and kind of curl it a little while I do that. This one up here, I want to curl this way, side to side. And then also curl the top down just a little. I'm not going to give this one a ton of shape to the outer petals. We're just kind of subtly moving them. These middle ones, I want you to take these top two and harshly fold them in and then curl them outward like that and like that. This bottom one we're going to lift up, curl it inward like that. Then tip that front up just a little bit. And then these we want to curl inward. And as you can see, it's starting to take the shape of an orchid. Now this little piece is going to go in the middle. I'm going to fold all of these little pointy pieces in first. And on the back, I'm going to put just a little dot of glue. And I'm going to stick it right into the middle. I like to then actually fold these all up. Kind of reshape that all around it. And our orchid is ready to go. I'm going to put a dot of glue right on the back. And I'm just going to stick it onto my next card. Again, doesn't matter which flower goes onto which card, just whatever looks good to you. All right, our next flower, I'm not sure what these are called, but it kind of, the 5 petals kind of overlay each other, almost kind of like a little twist flower. So how I'm going to do this one, I'm going to fold this in, And then where the petal starts here, I'm going to fold it back out. I'm going to do that to the next one, and then the next one, folding it in and then folding it out. Basically where you see that little line, that's where it's going to fold and then fold. So this one's going to fold in and then fold out. And then this last one's the tricky one because it's going to fold in and fold out, but then we want to bring this one, we want to get it kind of in this star pattern where they all overlap each other, like so. There we go. Now I'm going to give it a little bit of glue by pulling it out, putting the glue right there in the middle. And then I'm going to push these back in to the formation we had it in. With all the petals kind of overlapping each other. Now in nature, these flowers a lot of times have like another color kind of on them. So you could take like a pencil or something and color that in the center if you wanted it to give it a little more character. I also like to leave the petals on this one pretty flat because in nature, these flowers have a very kind of just flat appearance to them. Now last, we're going to do this kind of spiky looking flower. It has 3 layers. I'm going to start with the smallest part of it, put a little glue in the middle, and we're going to glue that to the center of this next one. Now I want to make sure I stagger the petals. So in other words, the petals on this one are kind of in between the petals of the next 2. And then same with this next layer, put a bit of glue on the back and just line that up in the center. Now to shape this one, I'm going to indent my nail at the point of each one, fold it in half by just giving it a pinch. Pinched those 4, and now I'm going to fold those in. Then the next row I'm going to do the same. I'm going to crease it with my thumbnail at the point and then just pinch it in. Fold that row in. And then our last row, same thing. Just pinch these, fold them in. Fold those in like that. I'm actually going to, while this is folded, put glue on the back, right in the middle. And then stick it to my last place card right in the center. And then just spread it out so it blooms. And we now have 4 beautiful tropical place cards. You can write the names on these, and they work great for a luau, a Hawaiian wedding, any kind of event you have to mark everyone's places.